What's up, bratans? This is a new episode of Slavik Crypto, and I show you today 3 simple indicators which are showing you when to buy Bitcoin or crypto at all. Welcome here in Paris, bratans. Let's jump in and speak about these 3 indicators. So, in my opinion, right now, as I told you, bratans, in the big picture, we are expecting very clear that the local bottom is in. I mean, not the whole bottom of the bear market, but a relief rally is right now a very, very high probability, right? So it's still on. And why I show you this 3 indicator very clear. So the first indicator, which a lot of you know, is the RSI, relative strength index, and this relative strength index showing very, very, very clearly here a bullish divergence. You see, maybe I make this line orange, or maybe I make it green. Maybe green, then you see it even better. You see here the price is falling down while the RSI is going up. So this is a very clear bullish divergence. So this is the very first indicator, RSI. All of you know, it's very clear. It shows if the RSI is going up while the price going down. This is a very clear sign that it's a bullish divergence. We will see Bitcoin pumping. This is the first indicator, right? The second indicator, which I wanted to share with you, is, and if you want that I explain you more of these indicators, write me down below, then I go step by step. So the second indicator which I show you, this indicator called smart money, dump money. This red line is dump money, this blue line is smart money, right? So if the red line is downstairs, so you see down, this is the dump money. That means that the dump money thinks that we will further go to the downside, right? Wait a minute, do I record? Yeah, okay. This means that dump money thinks that we are further going to the downside, right? And you see it always if dump money thought that we are further going to the downside. What happened? I mean, you see it, for example, here very clear. We saw Huyak, a huge pump, right? You see here, it was very, very clear. Or you saw also it here, it was very clear. It was here very clear. You see, always if dump money thinks, or here you see it also very clear. You see it based on the previous bear market. You see here we create our lower low, and the dump money thought we are going even lower. And what happened? Huyak, we saw a pump, right? So every time if the dump money thinks that we are further going down, so the red line is downstairs here, then usually we see pump, right? I mean, all this indicate that's not guaranteed, but if you combine macro information, macro news, which you get, by the way, in my Telegram channel, which is for free, link is down below, macro news plus indicators plus technical analysis, then in my opinion the picture is getting very clear, and crypto and trading is all about probabilities. Obviously, if the dump money is here, the red line is up here, and the dump money thinks we are going to the moon, what happens? We see a dump, right? So very clear. So right now the second indicator also showing us that the dump money thinks we are going down, but usually what happens if the dump money is so bearish, we see a pump. So second indicator, it called smart money, dump money, also showing us very clear that we will see a pump in the midterm, right? We're speaking not immediate short term, we're speaking midterm, right? So in the next weeks. So, and the third indicator, it called the VBSM, volume-based buy-sell momentum. And the crazy thing is also this indicator very, very clearly showing us that we will see pump, right? Why? Here, very clear. You see every time when the blue line crosses the red line, maybe I zooming in. You see here, every time when we see here this blue line crossing the red line after a dump, right? After we're creating here this red field, we see usually a pump. Based on the past week, I can show you it very, very clear. I mean, for example, let's take here, it was several months ago, a half year ago, we saw here a clear dump happen from 32K to 18K. And you see every time if the red line crosses the blue line, a dump happen. You see red line, if the blue line going down and the red line going up, we see a huge dump, bam. But then we're creating clear red field. And then when you see here, the blue line crossing the red line to the upside, so the blue line crossing the red line, then we see a huge pump, like here it happened, right? And the same momentum we see right now here, we see very clear, we saw a dump, we create this red field, and right now this blue line is crossing, you see here, this blue line is crossing the red line, so the blue line crossing to the upside. So this indicator also very clear, showing us that we will see here a pump, right? And I mean, we can just go further in the past. For example, here the previous bear market. No, it was in the middle of the bull market. We saw also here, we saw a dump. You see, it's very clear. We created this red line across the blue line. You see here, right? So we saw a dump, the blue line going down, the red line going to the upside, we saw down. And then as soon as we created this red field and this blue line crossed to the upside, the red line, we saw a huge boom, 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 a huge pump to the upside from what it was from 28k to 70k. So this is 3 indicators which are very clear, showing us that we will see a relief rally, which I'm talking about since weeks right now. That's very clear. It's maybe not the clear bottom of the whole bear market, but at least a relief rally, which all the indicators are clearly predicting. So the first one is VBSM, volume based buy sell momentum. The second one, where is it? The second one was smart money, dump money. And the first one was RSI, the classical one, right? And additional to that, all of that, we have very clear, we broke out of our descending broadening wedge, and the technical price target of this descending broadening wedge, you measure from the top to the downside, from the first touch point to the lowest touch point of this descending broadening wedge, and the price target is around 23,500, 23k, let's say 23k. So I mean, this is a very clear long opportunity for us, bratans. Wait a minute, why it's not working right now? It's a very clear long opportunity of at least 30%, 10x average 300%, 20x average 600%. And why I'm telling you, it's not, maybe it's not the bottom. Why? Because based on the past, what we saw, always based on the past, we saw a huge dump happened. We created a lower low, a local lower low, and then we saw a huge pump. And this huge pump was, for example, you see a relief rally, and this relief rally was here with the based on the past of 350%. Like I told you, I expecting this relief rally to happen at least to wait a minute, at least to 34k, at least to 34k. This would be 95%. You see, compared to the previous bear market, which was 300%, 100% is nothing, right? So 34k, this is what I am expecting in the midterm, that we will have a relief rally. What obviously can happen easily, that we see to 35k or 34k and then a dump. We could see a dump to $7,000, $8,000. This is a huge support line, or we creating nearly a lower low around 20k. So this could easily happen. This is what happened also based on the past. You see here, it's very clear. We saw a dump, we created a pump, relief rally, and then after we saw a dump nearly to the previous bottom, right? So very clear, this is what I'm expecting, at least a relief rally. I'm expecting all indicators showing us very clear that we are expecting. And right now, let us speak for us day traders, what will happen next year, because I told you yesterday that we are created here. Wait a minute, that we created here, and I speak about also my trade in a minute, because I was in a short, right? Because the probability was more likely that we are going down yesterday. Why? Because of the OPEC cut their oil production, bratans. But what I was wrong here, that it was already priced in the market. This was my fault. However, I told you, bratans, we had this symmetrical triangle. I told you, if we are breaking here to the upside, this is a clear long opportunity, and I closed also my short as soon as we broke to the upside. I closed my short. If you took here this long, then congratulations to everyone, because I told you, it's very clear. If we broke this symmetrical triangle to the downside, then this was a clear short opportunity to 60,400 approximately. As soon as we broke it to the upside, I told you this is a long opportunity. Technical price target is 17,500 here, 550. So congratulations to everyone who took already here this short. You are right now around 2% profit, and still there's a little bit room to go to the upside. So on all, this could be 2.8% profits which we could make. However, be very careful right now, bratans. Why be very careful right now? Because in the immediate short term, for us day traders, we are heavily overbought. We are heavily overbought on the 1 hourly, we are heavily overbought on the 15 minute, and we are heavily overbought on the 4 hourly. So I want to see here a cool down. I want to see cool down. Like I told you, In the midterm, I expecting a relief rally. However, we could see maybe going to 17,500 or 17,800 even right now, but we have to cool down. We are too much overbought. So if you took yesterday this trade, like I told you, of the symmetrical triangle to the upside, congratulations, take right now profits, because what could right now happen, because we are so heavily overbought, we could see here retesting our line of this descending broadening wedge, and we could see a dump as low as 15,800 easily, right, to retest this line, so that we see something like this, retesting this line, and then we see a huge breakout to the upside, because obviously the people, and now we can take out our indicators we had our indicators on the daily. I showed you our indicators, right, which clearly showed us here bullish divergence and so on, right? Smart money, dump money, VBSM and so on, which is showing us that we see a clear pump. However, in the immediate short term, be very careful, because the first indicator showing us that we are heavily overbought, right? Heavily overbought. So the probability that we see at least a consolidation or retest of 60,900 and so on is more likely than that we are breaking right now to 20k, right? So yes, we can go to 17,500, 17,800, but not much higher, because we are too overbought, bratans. Very clear. What shows our second indicator? Let us quickly watch our second indicator. It's yeah. So on the 15-minute, what's showing our second indicator? Our second indicator is VBSM, and VBSM is getting right now, we see very clear here this pump, which is perfectly happened because the blue line crossed the red line to the upside. You see here it clearly showed us a pump. Right now we see still here room to go up. It's very clear there is room to go to the upside, like I told you, to 17,500 or 17,800, but you see already it's a little bit, we see pump, and right now you see on the red line it's cooling down. So this speaks for that this red line will cross this blue line. I spit it on my phone. And if this happens, this is a very clear sign on the 15-minute that we should jump into a short, right? Very clear. Okay, what showing us the third indicator, smart money, dump money, and what is showing, it's very clear. Dump money is thinking we are going to the moon. You see here the red line is above, and if the red line is above, we should start to shorting. So right now, in my opinion, we will see a dump or consolidation, because we had our pump here yesterday. It was clear. I told you, if we break this red line, even though I was here, when we were here, I was in a short, but I told you, if we break here this line to the upside, it's a long opportunity. Right now, I would be careful, because yes, 70,500 we can reach, or even 17,800, but right now it's getting very dangerous, because all the indicators are showing us we are very clear overbought. Dump money thinks we are going to the moon in the immediate short term, and also our VBSM is slowing down here. So very clear, in my opinion. I jumped again into a short right now, because with the stop loss above 70,800, so I mean I will add a little bit money so that my stop loss will be at 70,800, because I expecting here that we will see maybe pump 70,500, 7,800, but I'm pretty sure that we will reach here, wait a minute, I'm pretty sure that we will retesting at least this white line of our symmetrical triangle. So this will be at 60,970, so 2.1%. The next line would be this white line, 60,800. If we're breaking this white line, then we are very clear retesting even 16k, which I showed you on the big picture. So this could be 7.8%, 10x average 78%, 20x average over 150% short opportunity. Why? Because obviously everyone think we are going right now to the moon, but in the big picture, or in the midterm, we will go also to the moon at least to 30k. But however, this is what the institutions know, and they will liquidate all the longs. This is what I'm expecting here. Beware of it. This is for day traders, or better for swing traders. For us, for people who are really like hourly trading doing, Yes, there could be still a little bit long opportunity to 17,500, 17,800. Why 17,800? Because on the daily we formed a bull flag, right? You see here, that's a very clear bull flag. Wait a minute, I show you. And the technical price we broke also out of this bull flag, and technical price target of this bull flag is around 17,900 even, right? So watch out if you're on a short that your liquidation price is slightly above 18k, I would say, if you're on a short. For us, for people who are like minutes trader or hourly trader, there's still potentially going room to the upside. However, for me as a swing trader, I watching here for a short opportunity that we are going down, at least like I explained to you here on the 15-minute, at least to retesting here this symmetrical triangle at 60,980. Bratans, if you also want to trade on Bybit, Bratans, on Bybit you get $30,030 for free after a certain amount of initial deposit, and you get free access to my Discord Telegram channel if you're trading through my affiliate link, Bratans, because if you're supporting me, I support you, and you get free access absolutely where you get shortcut information about the macro perspective, indicators, my trades. Link is down below. Watch out for this, and if you want that I do also TA on Ethereum, write down below, or I explain you more these indicators, write me down below. I kiss you and I see you later. Mwah.